discussed all these things, but let us have a recap session regarding the classes and objects. Class is a blueprint of something which we wanted to define and do it for later on. So class, how do you define a class in Python? With the keyword called class and class name. So this is how you try to define a class. I have defined a class, an empty class. I have defined an empty class here with the help of the keyword class and some name to this class. So this is the class name. And how do you create an object for that? Some object is equals to, and you need to call that particular class. How do you call the particular class? With the help of class name. The help of class name. So this is how we create an object. This is how we create an instance or object for the class. The syntax would be obj name is equals to class name. A class name. So this is how you try to create a class and object. So here I have created expected an indentation block. Okay, just leave it as like a text. So this is how we try to create a class, right? This is how we try to create a class and an object for that. And coming in, that is the brief regarding class and objects. And we do have methods. And we know that whenever we are creating an object, we'll automatically have a constructor. We can write a function without even constructor also. We can write a function without a constructor also. So this is a class where there is no constructor, which means by default there will be a constructor like this: f init self there will be definitely a function like this. So this will be created by Python automatically. Or class constructor. It is called class constructor, and this is of two types. One, default constructor, next parameterized constructor. Default constructor and parameterized constructor. So this is about constructor. So this is how we try to create a class. We can define various methods and we can define various attributes or properties as well. A is equals to, so we have to initialize them in the constructor. So A is equals to self dot, we can directly tell 10. Sorry, it's self dot A 10. So directly I'm assigning values. And here we are not using a parameterized constructor, we are directly using a default constructor or non-parameterized constructor. Manam raste non-parameterized constructor. మనం రాయకుండా పైథానే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా తీసుకుంటే, పైథానే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటే, దట్ ఈస్ default constructor. See here in this class we have two functions f and g. I have written two functions f and g. So both are non-parameterized methods. I am trying to create a class instance for this particular class. So that is an object. Class instance is nothing but an object. I have created an object, and with the help of that particular object I am trying to call the function f. So okay, I've called the function f and it printed ABC. This is fine. So today we are going to see a function. In a function there are two methods. One method can call another method. One method can call another method, just like how we can call one function from another function. వన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఒక ఫంక్షన్ ని ఇంకో ఫంక్షన్ నుంచి ఎలా కాల్ చేస్తామో ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే ఒకే క్లాస్ లో రెండు ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటే ఒక ఫంక్షన్ ని ఇంకొక ఫంక్షన్ ని కాల్ చేయవచ్చు. లెట్ us సే మై హోమ్ హ్యాస్ మై సెల్ఫ్ అండ్ మై బ్రదర్. మై బ్రదర్ కెన్ గివ్ మీ ఏ టాస్క్. మై బ్రదర్ కెన్ కాల్ మీ. ఐ కెన్ కాల్ మై బ్రదర్. So that's where it can work out. See, if you see this second example, I have created an object and I am trying to call the g function. So when I am trying to call the g function, self.ef, here self means this object is calling f function. This object is calling f function, which means the obj is calling g function for the first time, and from g the control is going back to the f function. F will be working out, and again here the g function will start its second step of instructions. So this is how we can call one function from another function. Oka function ni inkoka function nunchi call cheyochu. That's what here we have some more thing. Calling a class method from another class method. So these are called instance methods. We are trying to see how instance method is calling another instance method. So that is a thing. So can anybody tell me, I'm going to post a question here. What is this method called? Just now I have told. What is this method? What is this? Can somebody tell me what is this? Yes, it's a constructor, or we can say class constructor also. We can say either constructor or class constructor. Both are same. Rendu పేర్లండి అంతే. In the same way, so what is the purpose of constructor? I have some good people in my class. What is the name of what is the purpose of the constructor? Not the name. Purpose of the constructor. What is the purpose of the constructor in a class? Run steps without calling it. Constructors are generally used for instantiating an object, initialize data members, assign data members with values, to initialize, default statements running. Yes, all these answers are correct, but the correct answer would be instantiating the object. At the time of instantiating the object, I wanted to initialize some values to the data members. At the time of object instantiation, means creation. With the help of constructor, we can assign values to data members of the class, of the object. So ఇప్పుడు మనం అసైన్ చేసే వాల్యూస్ ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి సంబంధించినవే కదా. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ ద కన్స్ట్రక్టర్. ఓకే, నువ్వు అసైన్ చేయడానికి నీకు ఒక కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఉంది, మరి ఎప్పుడు రిమూవ్ చేయాలి? టిల్ విచ్ పాయింట్, మై క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్ టిల్ విచ్ పాయింట్ ద డేటా till which point the memory should be allotted or allocated for the object. Till which point the memory should be allocated for the particular object. Till which point? Until there is no more of use. ఎలా చెప్తాం? Nisar said until it is no more of use. ఎక్కువ కాలం యూస్ చేయకపోతే దాంతో మనకి పని లేనట్టే. ఆటోమేటిక్ గా we can remove the memory allocated for that particular memory. ఈ పనంతా ఎవరు చేస్తారు? Python does it for us. Does it for us default, by default. And the mechanism is called garbage collection. And the mechanism is called garbage collection. I don't want it at this particular point of time. You know it by yourself. You wanted to remove it by yourself. Yes, we can remove by the help of del function. By the help of del function. Let us write a small program so that we can understand how this particular thing is going on. How this particular thing is going on. Just a sec, guys. Okay, I'm writing a class A. So def init self print constructor is called. Okay, now I'm going out of this particular class and I'm trying to create an object for it. And I'm trying to create an object for this is my class A. This is my class A. Now I'm creating an object. obj1 is equals to A. I have just created an object, but by default, when an object has been created, the constructor will be called. The first and foremost thing. So it will be called with the, it will call the constructor. Now, when the destructor will be called, I don't know. I cannot see it because the Python virtual machine, the PVM will be doing it automatically whenever I am not using this particular obj1 for longer time. The destructor for this function will be invoked or called by PVM automatically when we no longer use this obj1 object. So అది మనకు తెలియదు, మనకి తెలియాల్సిన అవసరం కూడా లేదు. But you wanted to destroy that particular one. You wanted to destroy this particular object. How do we do that? We can do that with the help of del object. How we are going to destruct our own object with the help of del method. So now this is my class and I am trying to define another method, self. The object is no longer exist. The object is no longer exist. This is my class now and I am trying to create an obj now. obj2 is equals to A. Constructor is called. Now I am trying to call obj2. It's been deleted. Now I wanted to use this obj. obj2. Print obj2. Let us see what it is going to display. The name obj2 is not defined. The name obj2 is not defined. This is the simple program, a simple way to execute the destructor. Sorry, I have written it wrong, but still it will work. So let me execute it again. So the constructor is being called. I have called the destructor and now you can see this object is no longer exist. because I have given the space wrong, but still it got worked. Why? I have written some method called del. I have not given double underscore after the class name. So that's the reason it called the default destructor. The default destructor also will be there for every class. మనకు ఒక కన్స్ట్రక్టర్, ఒక డిఫాల్ట్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఎలా అయితే ఉందో ఒక డిఫాల్ట్ డిస్ట్రక్టర్ కూడా అలాగే ఉంటుంది. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఎ సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ టు ఇల్లుస్ట్రేట్ ది కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అండ్ డిస్ట్రక్టర్ ఆఫ్ ద క్లాస్. మనం కాల్ చేయలేదు అనుకోండి, మనం ఎక్స్ప్లిసిట్ గా రాయలేదు అనుకోండి, డిఫాల్ట్ గా అదే ఉంటుంది, అదే చూసుకుంటుంది, మనకు సంబంధం లేదు, మనకి ఎలా జరుగుతుందో కూడా కంటికి కనిపించదు. Constructor and destructor. But if you wanted to write a simple constructor and a destructor for yourself inside the class, this is how we are supposed to write them. This is how we are supposed to write them. So let me take a screenshot of this. Okay. This collab is already shared with you, right? So no need of taking the screenshot and all. Yeah. And the next concept that we are going to see in today's session would be we have done self, we have done init, class and object variables done, del method, that is a destructor, that also we have done, and other special methods. And other special methods that we are going to see now. Just a sec, guys. The other special methods. So we have two things like I'm trying to create obj3 now. obj3 is equals to a. Is that the class that I have created? Yep, class A. So I have created an obj3 and I'm trying to create obj4 as well. obj4 as well. Now I wanted to compare both of these things. I wanted to compare both of these three things. obj3 dot oh yeah, I need to write that method, right? I need to write that method. Return self dot, what I have to write, self dot let us say self dot var is equals to 10 or var. I'm just doing a slight modifications to this particular thing. Oh yes, self dot var minus obj dot var. I wanted to compare two things in this particular object. When you wanted to specify like this, you can do that. You can do this. So now I created something like this, and I have init missing one required arguments. Okay, now I need to send value 10. Oh, this will be fine. I've called this object is no longer exist. If you see this particular thing here, you can understand. So the difference between the two things here is minus 10. Earlier, we have seen minus 10, the object A is having 10 value 10, and the object B is having the value 20. So we got the difference as minus 10. So CMP is a function which is very similar to our double equal to. Double equal to. So everything is an object in Python. Let us say A is equals to 10, B is equals to 20. If A is equals to B, we are writing here, right? Like this, print success. We have written a small comparison over here, which is nothing but A is an object of, here, A is an object of integer class. The same way, B is also an object of int class. Now, we are trying to compare both these objects, whether they are equal or not. Whether they are equal or not. So if you wanted to compare both the objects, you can directly use this equal to operator and we can try to print it out. Print obj3 equal to obj4. Sorry. See, either if you write a comparison function by yourself, you have to call it. If you don't have any comparison function and you wanted to compare both those objects, this is how you can try to compare both the objects. మనం అంటూ సొంతంగా ఆ క్లాస్ లో కంపారిజన్ ఫంక్షన్ ఉంటే ఆ కంపారిజన్ ఫంక్షన్ ని యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాం. కంపారిజన్ ఫంక్షన్ కనుక డిఫైన్ అయ్యి లేకపోతే ఆబ్వియస్లీ వీ కెన్ యూజ్ ద డబుల్ ఈక్వల్ టు operator, which is nothing but equal to operator, and we can check whether both the objects are same or not. This is how you try to do it. These are the default method that was present in the classes. Classes lo default methods undevi enti manaki constructor, destructor, comparison, and other one is len. So we are seeing few things: init underscore del underscore cmp, and the last one underscore len. These are built-in class functions. These are built-in class functions. And let us see what is len now. obj4 dot len. The object has no attribute. Or it's not like that. Print len of obj4. Let us see what it is happening. It should work out. Just give me a sec. I'll try to obj2 then. Name obj2 is not even because we have deleted them. F. Okay, I have created an object now. Now I wanted to check len of p1. There is no len function. I'll get back to you on this, guys. This is how it should work. I'm making some mistake here. Automatically, this length will be working out. We have len function for everything, right? For all the sequences, all the variables, everything. Let us say a is equals to 10. We can even try to find out the length of the particular a as well.
సార్ ఇన్నిట్లో నేమ్ అనే
Yes.
వేరియబుల్ ఒకటి తీసుకుంటారు.
Pardon?
ఇన్నిట్లో నేమ్ అనే వేరియబుల్ కూడా ఒకటి తీసుకోండి సార్ సెల్ఫ్ పక్కన. లెంత్లో సెల్ఫ్ డాట్ ఏ అని పెట్టాను కదా సార్, ఇన్నిట్ పారామీటర్స్లో సార్.
తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదండి. ఐఎమ్ డిక్లేరింగ్ ఇట్ స్టాటికల్లీ.
ఓకే,
ఐఎమ్ డిక్లేరింగ్ ఏ స్టాటికల్లీ.
సెల్ఫ్ డాట్
వాల్యూ
నేమ్. ఎస్ సార్.
వాల్యూ డైరెక్ట్ గా అసైన్ చేస్తున్నాను కదా, మా పారామీటర్స్ తో తీసుకోవట్లేదు. సో ఇవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. So this is how it will work. We have two functions, len and cmp. We will see the programmatical explanation in the later classes. No, integer length undadu. We should be having it for that's the point. Correct. Yeah, integer will not have, I think it's Pawan, correct? Based on voice. Yeah, good Pawan. So integer will not be having any length. So because that's the reason it didn't work out for us. So I have considered it for the name. So name I am trying to return it back. So this is how we'll try to get it. This is how it will work. So the length will be another thing. So the concept, what it will be there, like other special methods. So in the other special methods, it will be like cmp and len. They'll be in the section 9.7 in your subject textbook, Rima Tareja, Python programming by Rima Tareja. There you can see them. There you can see them. And the next thing is public and private data members that we have discussed earlier, and you people have written wonderfully in the examination as well. So let us have a brief discussion on the data members as well. So we have to specify the access for these data members. Data member is nothing but the attributes which belong to that particular object, right? So class Kumar. So now this is a class where I wanted to declare and define something, self comma a comma b, expecting two variables, self dot a is equals to a, self dot b is equals to b. So I have set them as public now. Public. I wanted to give it as protected, and I wanted to give self dot c is equals to self dot a plus self dot b, and I wanted to make it as private, which means I need to make the C double underscore. You can even use these values self dot a, self dot b. So here self dot a is not a simple one, self dot a. So this is how you are supposed to use them. So we can use them. This is how we can do that. So access specifiers, public means we can access that particular thing anywhere inside that particular program. Protected, I can use within that particular class or the derived class or in the derived class. Protected, so I cannot, I mean private, I cannot use it outside that particular class. I can use it within the class, which means I can access that particular data only with the methods belonging to that particular class. ఆ క్లాస్కి సంబంధించిన మెథడ్స్ తో మాత్రమే నేను దాన్ని యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోగలుగుతాను. I can access only with that particular class alone. Only with that particular class alone. Just a second, guys. So this is how we have seen for public, protected, and private, and we have seen various inheritances also: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multiple inheritance. All these things we have seen. So now we will see the next part: class inheritance static methods in Python. So class method. So there are different types of methods inside the particular class. ఒక క్లాసులో మల్టిపుల్ థింగ్స్ ఉంటాయండి, మల్టిపుల్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. క్లాస్ మెథడ్ టేక్స్ సిఎల్ఎస్ యాజ్ ఫస్ట్ పారామీటర్. సో మనం సెల్ఫ్ అని రాస్తున్నామండి, ఇందాక కొన్ని మెథడ్స్ కి సెల్ఫ్ అని రాస్తున్నాము. వెన్ యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ సెల్ఫ్, వెన్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద క్లాస్, ఇన్సైడ్ ద మెథడ్, when the first argument inside the method becomes that method becomes instance method. Self means object. Object ante enti? Instance. So if a method is having self as first argument, it is instance method. It is instance method. Ala kakunda first argument CLS unte, it is called class method. ఓకే సార్, క్లాస్ మెథడ్ కి ఇన్స్టెన్స్ మెథడ్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఎలా చూపించాలో ప్రోగ్రామాటికల్ గా తెలుసుకున్నాము. దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద స్పెషాలిటీ ఆఫ్ దిస్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్? సో క్లాస్ మెథడ్ ఈస్ ఎ మెథడ్ దట్ ఈస్ బౌండ్ టు ద క్లాస్ అండ్ నాట్ టు ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద క్లాస్. See, I, Pavan, belongs to the entire class, not to a particular object of your class. మీ క్లాసులో 64 ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. పవన్ అనే మెథడ్ 64 మందికి పనికొస్తాడు. He doesn't responsible only for 1 or 2 objects of your class. He is responsible for the entire class. And how do you do that? So class method takes CLS as the first parameter, or the decorator in Python used to create class methods and static methods. So class methods and static methods and instance method, 3 types of methods are there inside a class. 3 types of methods, not 3 types of methods in class. 1, instance method, class method, static method, abstract method. Abstract method. Four types are there. So instance, class, static, abstract. So అలా నువ్వు ఒక మెథడ్ ని సపరేట్ గా చెప్పాలి అంటే we have something called decorator, and we use the decorators with starting at the rate class method, at the rate class method, at the rate static method, at the rate abstract method. At the rate abstract method. These are three decorators which will help us to create various types of methods in Python. So we use at the rate class method decorator in Python to create a class method. So before that function, before defining that particular function, use the decorator so that this function will become a class method. This method will become a class method if you use the decorator before defining the class, just before defining the class. See here, class student, college is equals to VR Siddhartha Engineering College. This is a class method. Def display CLS. So we are passing the CLS. CLS is nothing but this class. This class. Self ante this object. CLS ante this class. Self argument. This object. CLS argument. This class. This class. That's the difference between both the things. So here we are trying to create an object for the student class S1 and we are using S1.display. See, we have not initialized anything to this particular object. Initializer ఏమి యూజ్ చేయలేదు. This college belongs to the student class directly. It does not belong to any of the object. ఇంతకు ముందు కనుక మీరు వేరే ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏదన్నా తీసుకుని చూస్తే ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేయంగానే వెంటనే we will be using self.windows, self.doors, self._engine type, which means you are saying self, which means they belong to the particular object. But when you try to create directly without using the self, they belong to the entire class. They belong to the entire class. See, here we are trying to print student.college, cls.college. Both are same. I am trying to use the class instance CLS, and I am trying to print the value which is there in the particular college attribute. College attribute. And next it comes to static method. And we have to use at the rate static method decorator is used to create static method. It does not require any of the CLS or self as first argument. Static methods do not know about the class state. Class ఎలా ఉందనేది దానికి అనవసరము. Generally used to create utility functions. For example, I wanted to check whether something is present or not. ఉందా లేదా అలాంటివి చెక్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నాను. At that time we will be using static methods. So a simple program for the static method, class addition, add def x comma y. So addition obj.add, I am giving two values, or I can directly use the class name also. Class name ను కూడా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చండి. డైరెక్ట్ గా క్లాస్ నేమ్ ను కూడా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. So that is static method. And the next one is instance method. Instance method is a normal method what we used till this particular point. అవే ఉంటుందండి మొత్తం అంతా కూడా. Class variables share the same value among all the instances of the class. The value of instance variables can differ across each instance of the class. Instance class అంటే ఇప్పటివరకు మనం చూసిందండి. ఇన్స్టెన్స్ మెథడ్స్ ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి ఇంకొక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కి సంబంధం ఉండదు వాల్యూ. బట్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్ అంటే ఒక వాల్యూ నువ్వు అసైన్ చేస్తే ఆల్ దట్ 64 ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ విల్ పొసెస్ ద సేమ్ వాల్యూ. Who is the teacher for you for object oriented Python programming? CS Pavan. It is same for all the 64 objects. But what is the mark obtained in OOPP? That is an attribute. That is the property of that particular student. Student is nothing but an object here. That mark may vary from one object to the other object as it is specified. Yala unte ala untundi. But the faculty who is assigned for that particular class is CS Pavan Kumar. That will not vary for the entire 64 objects. It will be the same. So it is like that. The college name will not be changed for all 6,000 people. All 6,000 people, it is same. But who is your HOD? That is depending upon the student to student, it will get varied. Using self within the class, using object outside the class. Inside the class, if you wanted to use that particular object, you use self variable. If you don't want to use, if you want to use it outside the class, we will be trying to use it with the object name. But for class and static methods, we will be using with the class name. So instance method, a simple program. So a simple program. And instance, class and static methods by using all the methods. So if here I'm using method, this is an instance method because I've used self. So class method because I've used CLS. Static method because I have not used anything. I have not used anything. So that's why it is static method. So different variables. వేరియబుల్స్ లో మనం ఏది ఎలా యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే బాగుంటుంది. హియర్ స్టాటిక్ వేరియబుల్స్ డిక్లేర్డ్ అట్ క్లాస్ లెవెల్. కౌంటర్ అండ్ టైప్స్ ఆర్ క్లాస్ వేరియబుల్స్. కౌంటర్స్ అండ్ టైప్స్ ఆర్ క్లాస్ వేరియబుల్స్ హియర్. ఇనిట్ లోపల వాడాం సెల్ఫ్ డాట్ దే బికమ్స్ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ మెథడ్స్. అండ్ దిస్ మోడల్ అండ్ డోర్స్ ఆర్ లోకల్ వేరియబుల్స్. ఎక్కడ లోకల్ వేరియబుల్స్? ఈ యూనిట్ లో మాత్రమే పనిచేస్తాయి ఈ మోడల్ డోర్స్. సో దట్స్ వై దీస్ ఆర్ లోకల్ వేరియబుల్స్. సో క్లాస్, కార్, సో కౌంటర్ అండ్ టైప్స్ వాటికి ఏమీ చెప్పలేదు, సెల్ఫ్ ఏం చెప్పలేదు కాబట్టి దే బిలాంగ్ టు క్లాస్ వేరియబుల్స్. ఆ క్లాస్ వేరియబుల్స్ ని స్టాటిక్ వేరియబుల్స్ అని కూడా అంటాము. మెథడ్స్ వేరు, వేరియబుల్స్ వేరు. సో రిమెంబర్ ద డిఫరెన్స్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్, so let us stop here. We'll continue the abstract classes in the next class. Any doubts till this particular point, guys?